What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and welcome to the first video regarding the BT21 competitive season. Yeah, BT21 competitive season is upon us, and guys, this time around we're getting some amazing champ pack cards. Like, not as generic as the previous ones, not generic at all, but still pretty awesome cards. So I'm gonna show all of them to you today. I'm gonna talk about some interactions and stuff. But before we begin this video, huge shout out to our patrons, the Coffee Club: Miguel, Nave, Ryan, Frank, Scotty, Jacob, Bixen, Bryce, Derek, Adnan, Jakub, and Golden Feather Kiryu. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they help keep this machine going. Guys, if you want to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And yeah, while you are here, hit those like and subscribe buttons, share the video. Like I said, first one when it comes to BT21 competitive season, we have just announced 3 live streams, 3 weeks in a row. We'll be bringing you regionals. It's gonna be absolutely insane. But now, enough about that. Let's talk about the topic of the video. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown. So BT21 competitive season begins this weekend. We will have the first BT21 official regional events. We will be live streaming one of them. So what will we be talking about today? We'll be talking about the new champ pack cards, where to get them. We'll go over the newest cards. We'll talk a bit about the very disappointing reprints, and then we'll just wrap it up with a summary. Let's go! Like I've said, BT21 competitive season begins this weekend. 3 months of competitive Dragon Ball Super card game. Yeah, 3 months of BT21. BT22 is coming out early September, so we are in for a wild 3 months of meta. The majority of events will be in July and August. So unless something changes, but it probably won't, according to the official website, the majority of the events will be in July and August. And we will be bringing you the majority of events. We are already looking at booking more streams for you guys. We'll try to get a stream every weekend or so that you can just sit back and enjoy some premium regionals live streams from all over the world. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Check the official product page to find regional events in your area. The rewards are awesome. It's a completely new meta. I think you will really enjoy these upcoming regional events. At least I will enjoy casting them, because you know, no more Gogeta and Sin. That's gonna be awesome. But what about the rewards? Well, let's talk about them. In this video, we'll just focus on the newest champ pack. The newest champ pack has been revealed. Here it is. Let's talk about it. Alright, so the newest champ pack, you will be getting 4 of these for participation. It has 13 cards in total, and like 5 of them are completely new cards. The rest are just reprints. So 13 cards in total, 1 card per pack, 5 new exclusive cards. This will be given exclusively in champ packs, 8 reprints. Only one is good. Only one of them is good. And how do you get these champ packs? Well, you can get them at events. At regional events, you will get 4 champ packs for participation, 2 for entering the top 64, and 4 more for entering top 16. So you can get 10 of them in total. You can also get them at store championships. This is the big difference. Please check with your stores if you will have store championships where you can get champ pack cards. Previous champ packs weren't available on store championships. Now we'll be able to get them here, which is awesome, because some of them are really good. But let's talk about the most exciting part. 5 new cards. Amazing support for older archetypes. So these cards, there's 5 of them. You only get them in champ packs. And these cards, they come in 3 versions. Keep that in mind. There are 3 versions of each of these cards. They're silver or gold stamped versions of each of these cards. You can get them in online events. Basically, you have double the chance of opening them, if I recall this correctly. So you can either open a silver foiled one or a gold foiled one. But there's gold stamped one. But there is also a gold foil version, which is exclusive to offline events. Plus, if you're in Europe, there's another version, basically another version, which is a gold foiled version, which is only available at French events, French live events. So yeah, 3 to 4 different versions of these cards to collect depending on your region. But that's about the foiling. That's everything that we have to say about that. Let's dive into the cards. Okay guys, here is my favorite card out of the Champ pack, Gogeta BR. Now, those of you who know me know that I'm a huge fan of Gogeta, and not necessarily the deck, but the character. And this one, I love it so much, because, you know, I'm a green player, and it's Gogeta, but this is some top tier support. Trust me, this is top tier support. Unless you've tried it, you don't understand how extremely powerful this thing is. First off, you draw up to 5 cards on the turn that you play this card. You draw 5. I'm gonna show you how. So, 1 energy, 20k, draw 5 in a turn cycle. No, that's not bad. That's not remotely bad. It's a 6 drop, important for Cell Xeno. Like, for 1 energy, draw 5, have a Cell Xeno. That's pretty damn good. For only 1 energy, and it's difficult to remove, because he has this auto, which basically prevents him from being KO'd at the end of your opponent's next turn. Keep in mind, effects like Goku Vegeta, which negate skills and remove, don't affect this card, because it's an auto that's a continuous effect. It's already turned on. So Yellow will struggle when it comes to removing this guy. You can chain 2 of your boss monsters with the help of this card. You can actually, on turn 4, you can chain 2 boss monsters with this one. Just a whole bunch of attacks. Yeah, it looks pretty insane. It can't be KO'd. Now you might be thinking, well, you know, it just can't be KO'd. No, that's huge. Can't be KO'd is astronomically huge right now. Especially when we don't have a hyper-negging deck like Cindy used to be. That's big. So let's just take a look. Let's just take a look at the 5-card draw turn. Here is how it works. So here's how you do it. Start of the turn, you draw 1. Okay, that's 1 card. You pay 1 to Union Fusion. You draw another card, because a part of the Union Fusion for this Gogeta is draw a card. You play Gogeta. Your leader's auto triggers, which says when you use Union skill from hand, you draw 1 once per turn. So that's 3 cards. Then it is time to attack. You attack with your leader, you draw another card, because he draws on attack. And then in the attack, you combo with anything, like literally anything. Your Gogeta's auto triggers once per turn, not once per turn, it's limited to 1, allowing you to draw another card because you have comboed with something. The attack resolves, and congratulations, you just drew 5 cards. You drew 5 through this 1 card alone. I mean, like, basically you draw with this and the leader, but you drew 5. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you know, you might be saying like, well, I drew 5, but it's not like I'm plussing a lot in hand. That doesn't matter. You're turboing through your deck. You're going through your deck lightning fast. So if you're playing this deck, trust me, you will see all of your key pieces if you just keep doing this. And if you're running the red Vegeta, the one that people are using for the shitty super loop combo, don't do that. That is just awful. It's a waste of deck slots. But if you're running this Vegeta in this deck, you can basically just pitch it, grab your Gogeta back, bam, next turn 5 cards again. It's so good. It's phenomenal. Next best card is Kefla. Kefla is insane. This card is just stupid good. BT 15k got a good support in this insanely good boss monster. Like, that deck is now an actual contender in the metagame. BT15 Kale is actually viable now. So, first off, 35k triple striker. No barrier, no deflect. Deflect doesn't matter. No barrier is gonna be an issue when you're playing against green. You're basically not playing this card if you're playing against green, because green now has charismatic and it has Goku decisions made to just get rid of this thing. However, let's go through its effects. First, it removes a card. So automatically, when it's played, it removes something ignoring barrier, and it puts 2 cards under your leader, making your leader bigger. Then, it creates a 6 card difference when it attacks. 6 card difference. You draw 3, and then your opponent chooses 3 from their hand and bottom decks them. Your 35k triple strike. On attack, your opponent just wasted 3 cards of combo power, or like a negate or something. Just wasted them. And then at the end of your turn, lastly, it restores an energy. Like, this card is stupid good. It does literally everything. If it had barrier, it would have just been too much. If it had barrier. So, yeah, very, very stupid card. I can't wait to play Kale. It's gonna be insane. This one and Gogeta, the best ones by far. Alright, now let's go a bit downhill, like let's start with Paragus. It's a very good support for an old Broly deck. So, Paragus is like Pan in Supreme Kai of Time. It fixes an issue which the deck had with one of its leader's core mechanics, because your leader takes a life to restand a Broly card. And now you have Paragus, who just gets you this life back. It's similar, it's almost exactly the same as Pan in Supreme Kai. Unfortunately, this card has literally 0 protection. No protection whatsoever. So this makes it extremely unlikely to survive for longer than 1 turn. Not just that, because this card is a 4 cost and it doesn't have deflect. It can get hit by a lot of counterplays, which can just send it to the drop immediately. So it isn't bad, it's just fair, which is okay. I wouldn't expect a random support card for an ancient deck to actually just bring it back and break everything. It's a fair card. It's not bad, it's just fair. But that's okay. Let's talk about Yamcha. Yamcha gets some very nice support. Now, I believe this one works even better with the older Yamcha leader, with one who bursts actually, because this one wants you to have 5 cards in the drop. It has sparking 5. So the older one is the one that I think of when I see this card. Anyway, it's a 25k 2-drop with deflect. That's great. He draws a card when you play him, and he also gets to cheat in 1 card that costs 2 or less. It has to be an Earthling, it has to be a mono red Earthling, but yeah, Earthling only. But still, at worst, 25k 2-drop, which draws a card and cheats in a battle card for free. That's great. On top of that, and this is why this one works with the older Yamcha leader. Don't listen when someone tells you that it works with the new one. It works better with the old one, because the old one allows you to attack cards in active mode. So he says on top of that, he can potentially draw you 1 more card, because when he KOs an opponent's battle card, so he just swings into something in active mode, KOs it, he restands and draws you 1 and gains critical. He also gains critical. So if you get to do everything, his 25k deflect critical, draw 2, KO a card and cheat in a battle card. Yes, please, this looks phenomenal. This looks amazing. It won't be enough to make Yamcha a competitive deck, but for Yamcha players, this is probably very good for Yamcha players. Like, I don't play Yamcha, but I can imagine that some Yamcha players are very happy with this card. And then finally we have Tova. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I just don't care for Tova as a card, as a character. I just don't care. So, but I guess someone is excited for this, because if we're looking at this just as a card, it's also just like, sure, fine. It's likely the worst one. I think that this is the worst one. It's a card if you're playing the weird black swap deck, because then it does a bit more. But outside of that, it has one good use, and that is that it's basically a 15k Champa. If you're playing a very specific deck, if you're attacking with Demon Realm Race or Demon God cards, then it can give them plus 15k and double strike. But even then, you need to pay 1 black energy and Spirit Boost 1. So even then, you need to do this. It requires a Unison. Black doesn't really play a lot of Unisons. I guess there's a deck where you can put this in, but I think that this is easily the worst one. I mean, like I said, I don't really care for Tova. I don't really play black decks either. So probably, maybe this goes into like Mechikabura. It does things in the weird swap deck. Like, it has some use. It definitely has some usage. But I don't feel it really. I'm not as hyped for this one as I am for the other cards, like maybe like excluding Paragus. Like that one's just fine. But anyway, yeah, I mean, like, it's the worst one, but it's not an awful card. So yeah, that's it for the newest champ cards. Finally, let's talk about some stinkers. Let's talk about the rest, because we need to address this, because some people are unfortunately already opening everything except the newest champ pack cards, which feels awful because the reprints are just flat out bad. The reprints are just bad. Oceanus and the red-yellow Warpland one are the only good ones. And the red-yellow Warpland is like debatably good. It costs money because red-yellow Sin was a thing at some point. But other than that, no. Oceanus is the only useful one. The rest are just awful. Like, what the hell is with this? Just seeing Bojack here. Like, just seeing Bojack after Bandai butchered him when they limited Boo just feels insultingly bad. Like, if you're a Bojack player, this just kind of feels insulting because the archetype just got killed. It got killed like 2 ban lists ago. Outside of the 2 good ones, none of these are worth your money. Like, not a single one is worth anything. Not a single one of them is even sees play. Not even the red-yellow one sees play. So just Oceanus sees play. The rest of them is like, yeah. Goku sees in Apeku, but Goku doesn't cost anything anyway. So I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, reprints awful. What Bandai should be doing is Bandai should stop putting these reprints into champ pack cards. Nothing feels so bad as going on an event, paying like 30 euros, $30 to win like 4 of these, which mind you have 1 card in them each, and then like opening 4 reprints. Just like 4 like worthless cards. Yeah, nothing feels as bad as that. Please, Bandai, stop doing this. Just please, flat out stop. Thank you. Before we end the video, let's just quickly jump into the summary. The newest champ pack cards are great. They are great. Trust me, they're very good. Gogeta BR and Kale are looking super strong at the moment. Super strong. Like, I have shown you just how you can draw 5 cards when you play the Gogeta card. And there are insane things that you can do with it. There are really crazy things that you can do with it. You can use it to pay for your Celzino. You can draw 5 cards every time you play it. You can chain boss monsters with it. In turn 4, you can just use effect of one of these to cheat in the boss monster, and then just play hardcast another one for 1 energy because they don't have limit 1 on their Union Fusion, and then just pay another energy to cheat in your other boss monster with its own effect. So yeah, you can do so much with Gogeta. Gogeta is crazy, and Kill is gonna be just insane. Kill's gonna be insane. Reprints are just bad. Like, they aren't even sought after cards at this point. Like, nothing here is sought after. Oceana's got reprinted already. I don't know what's its price point, but if you're reprinting stuff, reprint like Dormant. Dormant is still expensive in some areas. Reprint Robotic Riposte, not for us in Europe, but for the players in America, where Robotic Riposte is stupid expensive. So just reprint something that players need, like staples. Wolfangfist, reprint Wolfangfist again. I know it was in collectors, but come on. You know, like, reprint staples, don't give us random cards. We have random cards. So, before I end this, let's just say something positive. We are entering a new competitive meta. Go compete, have fun, and good luck to all of you. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below which new cards are you looking forward to. My personal, as you can see, is Gogeta. I'm so excited to play this Gogeta. I think Green Gogeta is finally gonna be insane. I'm also looking forward to Kefla. I'm gonna be playing Gogeta and Kale this upcoming season. That's what I'm playing, so I cannot wait to get my hands on those cards. Let me know which cards are you looking forward to. I really wanna read your opinions on these, because this time they're not generic. This time they're just supporting older archetypes. So what would be interesting to know is, do these new cards inspire you or motivate you to try playing these old archetypes again? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I really love our little community. Our little community is the best. And guys, while you're here, click the share button, click those like and subscribe buttons, help us grow. We are on our way to 3,000 subs. That still sounds so insane to say, to 3,000 subs, and maybe we can get there by the end of July. Let's see if we can get there by the end of July. I doubt it, but it would be cool. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.